This week I have been working on setting up all the booths for the Christmas market, and I decided to do a little exploring in the manor, and I went up in the attic and I went down in the basement to see what I could find that I could use as part of my design. And I found some great treasures, including a whole bunch of windows and old doors. And these windows are some of the windows that I found, and we think they're the original storm windows off the house. And they were kind of buried down in the basement. So I dug them out and I've cleaned them up a little bit and brought them upstairs. And I'm actually going to use them on the wall in our Dickens set. So it looks like there's windows and you're walking down the street with buildings on both sides. So I'm kind of really excited. I think they're going to look great with some greenery and garlands and made to look really Christmassy. But I think that having the really old windows is a great addition to the market. This week I start the really fun job of decorating, and I'm pretty excited to be able to start decorating these windows. I'm planning on having about 16 Christmas trees in the manor for the market, and so this next week I get to start that process of bringing all the some of the fresh greenery in and starting to decorate to transform this room and the manor into a Dickens Christmas. So stay tuned next week because I'll show you a sneak peek of what I've been up to.
And talking about windows, our big bay windows have now all been painted on the outside, and we have put back on the storm windows ready for winter.
So tonight is very exciting. We are here with Paula and Joelle and Cara, who's not on the camera today. And Paula is an amazingly talented potter, and she has her company Kiss by Fire Pottery, and she's going to teach us how to do pottery, which I think is very amusing because I've never done pottery, I've never tried it, so she tells us it's kind of easy, but we have to leave our imperfections at home because apparently the clay does not like perfectionism, right, Paula?
Not at all.
Right, so we'll show you how it goes and you can see how successful we are at making something remotely looking like a bowl, mug, or whatever we're planning on making, right, girls? Okay, so we'll show you how things go.
It's always fun trying something new, being creative and getting hands-on. And Paula taught us each of the steps that goes into pottery, including why it's called throwing, as you throw the clay onto the wheel. And she just made it look so easy. I quickly learnt that it's not as easy as it looks, and although my bowl did actually turn out to look like a bowl, I need a lot more practice. But the next step is glazing, and so we're going back in a few weeks' time to learn the next step from Paula, so stay tuned to see how it turns out.
One of the things that we haven't had since we moved into the manor is a washroom on the ground floor. We've always had, and the only washroom we've had is upstairs. And with the market coming up really soon, we decided that it was time to get a washroom on the ground floor to make it nice and easy for people who are visiting.
When we first moved into the manor, we discovered this door at the end of this corridor. It was pretty much stuck shut, and it took us a while to get it open, and what we discovered inside was not pretty. It was an old toilet that really had seen better days, and it had this very interesting window in there too, which obviously was bringing in light. So from the other side of the room you could see the window in the wall. So we decided that that wall had to go, and we would build a bigger washroom in the same spot, but obviously looking much nicer than that old toilet that was there. With the wall and the window now gone, you can really start to see the space, and the ceiling is so high, it just really gives a really big sense of space. And it now is looking very different when you walk through this door at the end of the corridor.
So the old walls and that very strange old window are now gone, and we have framed in the new washroom, which is a much better size. We have lots of room for the toilet, for a sink, and I have some really fun ideas of how I'm going to decorate in there. But I'm not going to give them all away right now. You're going to have to watch in future episodes to see what I have planned for inside this washroom, but I think it's going to be really fun. So we're going to get back to work finishing this washroom before the Christmas market in a few weeks. And I'll see you on our next episode of the Ladysmith Manor Diaries.